So when I look at myself, at businessmen, at doctors, at actors, at sportsmen, and when I look who is number one, I see not people with money, not people with connection, not people with talent are number one. Only people with one character are number one. The character to get up. Because everyone will fall, but not everyone gets up. And when you fall, and when you get up, you will fall again. You will fall harder and eat more shit, and people will laugh at you. But you get up again and smile and learn and keep going. And again you will fall and break your face. And this is how the biggest success in life is going. The moment on the ground, in the shit, the moment you will get up again.